All right, so here is my video essay, take two, of what the working definition of Gothic is for me, and an example of some text that we've gone over that illustrates that pretty clearly. So I would say, from what I've observed and through class discussions and analysis, that depictions of heightened emotional states and uncontrollable impulses stand out to me the most. I think they kind of go hand in hand. If you're not able to control your impulses, the likelihood that you are in touch with your emotions enough to control what they may dictate kind of seem to be a big deal in Gothic characters. And that kind of ranges from extreme anger or lust or sadness, shame. All of those things kind of come up in the text that we've been reading. And then also supernatural or some kind of romanticizing death as a release, heaven, or some kind of spirit coming in to take you from this worldly plane comes up quite a bit too. That being said, I think heaven and hell do make an appearance quite a bit, or at least the idea of those two things. So there's this aspect of the seven sins that kind of get played with, which also I think during this time era, and all of it, coming out of Protestant England, this criticism of Catholicism is pretty prevalent at that time. I also think environments that are featured tend to be depraved, or isolated, or very chaotic. And then troubled souls, definitely, which I don't think is much of a surprise. But with those being characteristics of my definition of Gothic, I'm gonna kind of focus on Ambrosio from The Monk. I think he is a wildly illustrated Gothic figure. He's a troubled soul. He's battling his identity. He winds up being a fallen, disgraced character. He is motivated to do some truly terrible things because of his uncontrollable sexual urges, which plays into inability to control one's impulses. They cost him his life, they cost someone else their life. And then this idea of the seven sins, the supernatural, of being tempted and deceived by a demon, is kind of classic. I also think the Faustian aspect in this story is very Gothic, because at the end we have him bargaining with the devil and not choosing his words wisely, which is I feel like a classic trope when one is working with the devil to absolve themselves of a terrible fate. And he just winds up biting the dust in a pretty gruesome way. So I think, from what I'm gathering, Ambrosio is a very masculine depiction of a Gothic character. Not Byronic by any means, but a very masculine character. So I hope that I was able to make some solid points and give you some good examples, and I look forward to learning more. So thank you.